My name is Dany Aprat. I'm the founder and managing partner of Tavolina Trattoria Pizzeria and of Slate Bistro Grill. Both restaurants are located in Mount Khayel regions. They have other branches, one in Farah, Slate, for Slate, and one in Naash for Tavolina. I'm 47 years old and I started this business by pure accident 20 years ago. I didn't study hotel management, I studied just management. So the hospitality business came later on. I learned it from my professional experience on the ground. And today we employ nearly 100 persons in Lebanon, planning to expand our business in Lebanon and outside of Lebanon.
Okay, it has been a challenging year for restaurateur. What are the biggest challenges and how did you overcome them?
It's been a challenging year for all the sectors in Lebanon, to be honest. We obviously experience the same challenges as any other business in Lebanon, from the devaluation to human power, lack of human power. A lot of people have traveled. In our organization, 22 persons left us since 2 years now to several countries like in the Gulf, Europe, or African countries, even the States. So this is our biggest challenge, to keep our employees, to be able to sustain the quality by keeping them, of course. And now we have a new challenge, unfortunately, which is the electricity. We are paying huge amounts for electricity because we are working on generators, and the oil prices are getting higher and higher by the hour. So it doesn't help us a lot. But you know, this is this for everybody. So we have to cope with the situation, hoping that in Lebanon they would apply some touristic planning, because the country needs tourists and we cannot afford to become expensive. We don't have the infrastructure to become expensive, and we cannot attract luxury tourism anymore. We don't have the infrastructure anymore. So we need, the government has to be aware of this. And now we are hearing that they want to raise the customs and all of that. And this is something that will create a new inflation in Lebanon, which I doubt we can afford. So let's hope the government reconsider its position and look at the hospitality sector much more, because I think it's a big potential for Lebanon now, especially with all the developments taking place in many other cities and villages, and you have a local tourism that's expanding. That's helped this sector to make it competitive and attract more people from the Gulf or even from Europe now. Why not?
You have a wide range of concepts. What is the particularities and distinctive characteristics of each? And do you have any favorites?
Okay, so actually, like I mentioned before, I have two restaurants. One, the first one is Tavolina. It opened its doors 10 years ago. We're gonna celebrate our 10th year this year in May. So it's Italian Pizzeria Trattoria. It combines different dishes, Italian dishes from many regions in Italy. We're able to take the best of every region and put it in one menu. And it's been successful for 10 years. It has another branch that opened 4 years ago in Anteliès, Naash, that's doing also extremely well. The second restaurant is Slate. Slate is a bistro grill. specialties are the grills, from fish to lobsters to meat to chicken, everything. It covers a wide variety of dishes, international dishes like burgers, club sandwiches. We introduced even pizza in Slate lately. So both concepts are different when it comes to the target, the audience. The Tavolina is a bit more casual than Slate. Slate is a bit more chic, let's say, but we remain on the casual level. We're not high-end place. I don't have any favorite, unfortunately. I like them both, because it's. I consider them. Each has its own personality, and each has its own audience, which helps them to grow in the market and continue growing the business. And Slate expanded also to Farah 2 years ago. So now we have 2 slates in Lebanon and 2 Tavolinas in Lebanon.
What are your plans for next year?
Okay, for next year, of course, Lebanon remains a priority to us. Now, in terms of creating new brands, there are some new brands in the loop, but not on the study level. They're not in the making. To launch in Lebanon, maybe outside of Lebanon. Still studying the situation, assessing it. New plans is to expand also Tavolina and Slate abroad, especially in the Gulf region. Hopefully we'll have a Tavolina in Dubai by the end of this year. Let's cross fingers. And we're planning to expand the Saudi market also. We are in contact with many franchisees, interested parties in the Saudi market and in Egypt. Let's hope we can be able to realize those achievements.
How do you foresee the future of the sector?
As I said before, the sector has a lot of potential, especially that we in Lebanon today, comparing to the region, we're not that expensive, but we need to maintain this. Unfortunately, what's happening around us is not helping, so I'm a bit afraid for the future of the business in Lebanon, because we cannot compete with touristically with Turkey and Cyprus and Greece and even Egypt now, which attracts many people from the Gulf in the summer. We don't have the necessary infrastructure to do that, unfortunately. We have the know-how, but this comes from the private sector, but it's not enough. The public sector should support more the touristic the touristic sector, because with no planning it will be difficult to be able to compete, unfortunately.
One last question. What makes or breaks a restaurant?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Actually, I would go back to basics, really to basics. In any retail business, they teach you in the university to combine the 4 P's. The 4 P's, I will say what are the 4 P's. So first P is the place, so the location. The second P is the product, so the offering. And the third P is the price. So here you combine the quality to price with the product and the price. And the fourth P is the people, so the management. You combine all those four P's and you have a successful restaurant. It's not nuclear science.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.